Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm very well, as always, high spirited.
Great. So, also, hey, what's up? Are you excited to see us back?
Hi, Luminars.
The topic for today, and the topic on which I'm going to eat your head today,
Yes.
is
Yes.
does the healer also need healing?
Does the healer also. Okay. Who heals the healer?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely correct.
Great. I think very much needed a topic.
So, my first question to you on that is does a psychologist also need therapy? If yes, how often?
100%. The answer is yes. How often will depend on the individual's choice कि उसको कितना महसूस हो रहा है. But I feel that any budding psychologist, I usually call them baby psychologists. So any baby psychologist who's yet to even graduate from the masters, is in the last year of the masters and has started working as an intern somewhere, or even after they've completed their qualifications, whether it's MA or it's MPhil, and they start working, at least for the first 2 years, they should take therapy under a mentor. And that could be ranging from maybe twice a month or even once a month, provided they touch base with somebody senior who's also looking after their personal well-being and their own emotional catharsis that needs to happen as a human being. Otherwise, it almost becomes like after some time, it starts showing on the mental health of this baby psychologist.
Okay.
And as far as seniors in the profession are concerned, that's, I think, still flexible. Like I even till date go to my mentor on an SOS basis whenever I do require. I have my mentors who I can call, who I can take a session from, declutter myself and get back to my practice. So yes, answering your question, yes.
Okay. So, a follow up on that would be can whether baby psychologists or the ones who are senior in the profession, can they laugh away at their problems, or would they always require a professional therapy?
What do you mean by laugh away at their problems?
Laugh away in the sense that because they are already empathetic and because they already understand the games of the mind, or maybe that when it is actual a fact on which one needs to worry, or maybe sometimes just your mind is making you overthink. Can they already understand it, already predict it?
So it's like, let's see it like a cardiologist's example, right? So if Mr. X is a cardiologist, he understands the working of the heart, he understands that oil is not good for you, exercise is, and all of that. But if he ends up having a heart problem and he needs maybe medication, he will do on his own, maybe lifestyle changes or he'll do on his own, because he knows कि ये उसको पास science and facts हैं to guide his own actions to take care of certain things. But say if the person is facing a problem of a high degree, then he will also need to go to another cardiologist or another surgeon. If not, बंदा खुद के ऊपर अब सर्जरी नहीं करेगा ना, उसके लिए उसको भी कहीं जाना पड़ेगा, right? Similarly, for a psychologist, because we are trained and we have the natural instincts to understand behavior, emotions, our mind, our own thoughts, and we expect that over time we become more and more aware and comfortable with ourselves as human beings and as psychologists. So yes, till quite an extent we are able to handle and emotionally regulate ourselves, get clarity. Even if we are having a bad day or a bad week, we may bounce back. Resilience jisko kehte hain, to bounce back. We may be able to do that in an effective way. However, if something grander than that has come about in our life, which we are not able to handle, then we will have to go to a surgeon. In this case, what I mean to say is not a surgeon, but a mentor or another person who could reflect upon our feelings and what we are going through from a third person's perspective. So to answer your question, yes, till a certain level we are able to regulate our own life, but after that we may need help as well. It's not like we are these. I want to very clearly tell anybody who's watching this is that just because we are psychologists, that doesn't mean we are some sorted creatures on earth. We are also on a journey of evolution. We are also growing with each client, with each of our personal experience with age. It is just that because of our training and our natural aptitude, natural aptitude भी होना चाहिए psychologist के लिए. It's not just कि training पढ़ा दिया, एक natural instinct होनी चाहिए to be a psychologist, good psychologist. So because of that, we may be able to handle better than most people. But that doesn't at any point in time mean कि अब तो तुम psychologist हो, तो तुम्हें तो पता होना चाहिए. This is something that I hear so often, even in my life, कि तुम तो psychologist हो, तुम क्यों परेशान हो? Yeah. So that kind of a thing.
That's kind of a stereotype attached to it.
It is a stereotype कि जैसे अगर मेरी आपके साथ लड़ाई हो रही हो, for some argument हो रही हो, है ना? And suddenly you'll be like, you are a psychologist, you should know better. Yes, I should know better, but in that heated moment, I'm having an argument as an individual.
Yeah, you're also human.
Yeah, probably after the argument has happened, शाम को जाके मैं introspect करूंगी, मैं अपनी गलतियां समझूंगी, मैं अपने emotions को deeply समझूंगी, and I'll probably come back and say sorry to you or sort it out with you, right? So I will be in a better position to take action later on. But in that moment, I am as angry as somebody else is.
Right.
Yes. So these are stereotypes that come with psychologists. It's like asking a doctor कि आप तो डॉक्टर हो, आपको तो बेटर पता होना चाहिए. Yes, बेटर पता होना चाहिए, but वो कितना अपनी लाइफ में इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं, जो सारी चीजें पढ़ते हैं. I'm not very sure that वो करते हैं, because they're also humans at the end of the day.
Yes. There's a funny anecdote. There's a known of mine who is a cardiologist. And that person just gave advice to his patient in front of me that eat almonds and avoid oily food and stuff. And as soon as the patient went away, the person just asked for "Arey pudiya le aao," or extra ghee dal dena usme.
So see, I just want to make people understand कि stop making professionals who give help, whether they are doctors, medical doctors, healers, psychologists, stop putting them in this pedestal, very high pedestal, that it starts taking a toll on them only. तो एक तो हमें दो तरीके से ये स्टीरियोटाइप को ब्रेक करना है. एक, जनरल पब्लिक जो कि साइकोलॉजिस्ट नहीं है, उनको ये समझ आना चाहिए कि these are also normal human beings who are trying their level best to help you with their psychological issues while also growing themselves. दूसरी बात, साइकोलॉजिस्ट को भी ये बात समझना है, क्योंकि यंग साइकोलॉजिस्ट, एंड मैं अपनी बात अगर कर लूं कि व्हेन आई वाज फ्रेशली आउट ऑफ मास्टर्स, suddenly within a day of me getting my degree, from being a student to psychology, now I'm a psychologist. So you get that pressure, you are like, oh, I should know better, I should know it all. And when you're dealing with clients, you're just like 23, 24 baby psychologists. You have issues that the client is bringing forth, which is like a 50-year-old lady talking about her marital issues. Maybe there'll be time you won't be able to relate, So it's a journey. It's your work under progress always in any profession. But in my profession, people need to understand this more, that it takes time. Because अगर हम कोई और प्रोफेशन के हैं जहाँ पे हमारा काम ज़्यादा कंप्यूटर पे डेटा हैंडलिंग का है, अगर हमसे गलती भी हो गई तो वो गलती को करेक्ट करने का शायद ऑप्शन होता है. I'm not belittling any other profession, I'm just comparing. But in our profession, we cannot be casual about it. We have to have that responsibility on our shoulders कि हम किसी और के emotions को, किसी और के mind को deal करने में help करा रहे हैं. तो वो जो pressure है ना, वो एक baby psychologist पे आता है, और yes, it takes a toll on that person. it has taken a toll on me also when I was younger. So I know from personal experience as well.
Okay. I have a question on that. I'll ask that as a concluding question.
Okay.
Before that, so you gave a very amazing advice to people about not stereotyping psychologists around. What particular advice do you have for baby psychologists in general?
Yeah. So I think number one is have a very strong support system in your peers. So peer group, healing or therapy where you can assess each other also.
Right.
Have a mentor. It's very important, a mentor that you click with, that you trust. Schedule sessions. Usually mentors would either give pro bono sessions to juniors or at a very concessional fee.
Right.
So don't save on money. Try to invest in therapy for yourself because it will go the longer way. आपको उस वक्त लगेगा कि यार ये मैं 500,000 रुपए क्यों दूं हफ्ते में या 2 हफ्ते में एक बारी, लेकिन आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा कि 2 साल में आप कितनी ग्रोथ कर जाओगे एज अ साइकोलॉजिस्ट, एज अ पर्सन, और उसके बिना आपकी डेप्रिसिएशन कितनी हो सकती है ये भी आपको नहीं पता चलेगा. सो हैव अ मेंटर, हैव अ पीयर ग्रुप जो कि आप जिनमें आप एक्सचेंज थेरेपीज कर सको, स्वैप कर सको थेरेपीज. आज मैंने तुम पे ले ली, 2 हफ्ते बाद तुमने मेरे पे ले ली, समथिंग लाइक दैट. Have that and have realistic expectations from yourself also. एक दिन में आप psychologist नहीं बनते हो. It's a journey.
Yes.
So that's what I would say. Have realistic expectations.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
So my concluding question to you would be, what difference do you see? I am very sure that there must be a lot of differences on this journey. What difference do you see in a baby psychologist Priyanka versus the Priyanka today?
Baby psychologist Priyanka about 10 years back used to be, there was a lot of need for me to throw jargons at the client, with the peers while discussing. You understand jargons, like big words.
I'm reminded of psychobabble.
Yeah, we have a section called No More Psychobabble for this reason, I think. Check that out. So I think जब मैं छोटी थी तो मुझे बहुत होता था कि मैं टेक्निकल चीजें, टेक्निकल लैंग्वेज में बात करूं, कुछ ऐसा क्लाइंट को या सुपरवाइजर को या पीयर ग्रुप को ऐसा बताऊं जिससे लगे कि हाँ मेरे में बहुत ज्ञान है, मैं पढ़ के निकली हूँ, मुझे पता है, ठीक है. बट आई थिंक now with time that has eased out a lot. Like there is no need to prove that I know. I understand concepts. I don't need to always give labels to them. तो वो एक ease आ गई है. Yes, and I now understand that this is a profession. If somebody asks me ki to be a psychologist, what is that one thing that you need, in your life? I won't say qualifications, I won't say work X, I would say live a life. Because a person who has lived life, meaning has had bad experiences, has had issues, unless you have done all of that, the learnings that you have learned in college just remain theoretical. They don't really come down to your life, and then once you live life, there are your therapy takes off a different level,
right?
So the more that I have overcome the challenges of my personal life using the knowledge of psychology and my own understanding of life, I have seen that my therapy practice has become more detailed, deeper. There are times when in the therapy session, even before the client is going to say a sentence, I end up completing the term. You connect.
Right.
It's a very different, it's like a space that gets connected between the therapist and the client, where you're just in the same zone and ideas are just getting transferred, you know. So live a life. Without that, it's a little difficult to make this profession grow on you.
I would tell you a similar thing.
Huh.
So a friend of mine works in theatre, and they have to play multiple characters, or even just actors in general. So I asked the person that how do you play so many characters with so much conviction? So the person said that for me to be able to play all these characters or to know the whys and hows of these characters, I have to have experiences in real life, and I have to be observatory of things that are happening around us.
Yes, yes.
Which is only how they can be brought on stage.
Yes, yes. I agree. And I mean, having said that, I would also like to clarify कि इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि as a psychologist only if you've gone through a particular experience तभी आप उस type के client को address कर सकते हो. जैसे for example, if I'm 27 and I'm not married, but I can take a client who's 47 and is married and is having issues in the marriage life. I don't need to be married and have issues in my marriage to be able to relate. This is also a myth that people have कि दूसरा इंसान मुझे कैसे समझेगा जब वो खुद ही माँ नहीं है तो वो मेरे maternal instincts कैसे समझेगा, you know, that kind of. वैसा नहीं होता. That is the reason that we are trained. That is what we are trained in. And besides the training, most psychologists should have a natural aptitude for empathy, for understanding things intellectually and emotionally. You know, so aptitude माने उनकी एक inclination natural होनी चाहिए.
Right.
फिर वो उस चीज का combination जो होता है, then they are able to understand issues with the other person. But हाँ, उन्हें अपनी life की जिंदगी की जो learnings हैं, वो भी बहुत ज़्यादा help करती हैं.
Understood.
Yes.
So, last but not the least, is there anything that you would like to conclude from your side on the same?
So, I was recently going through certain data on this topic. I was a little interested because recently I've been meeting a lot of baby psychologists for the purpose of supervising them, mentoring them, and the kind of issues that they've been telling me in their personal life. With every conversation, I realized that, okay, something is happening here that somehow psychology students, by post-graduation or by the end of their this thing, they are getting trapped into depressive episodes and anxiety episodes more, you know, than expected. So that got me curious, and I started reading on the surveys done in Britain or in the US, and they report numbers as high as 45% of young psychologists fall prey to depressive issues, depressive episodes, anxiety issues, which is quite a big number. Now 45-50% is quite a big number. And I think the message for the young psychologists that I want to give is be aware of it. If they want more information on this, I've written a blog on my website. I'll probably write the link for it in the description below. Please do read, get your facts straight, that this is something that you need to be aware of and not take lightly, because we have not got into this profession to dip ourselves in some way, you know, because there is a lack of mentorship, structured mentorship here in India. There is a lot of expectation from a psychologist. There is something called as empathy fatigue. You know, your mind gets cluttered listening to issues and empathizing on other people. So all of this needs to be taken care of well in advance. जैसे हम, again, I'm comparing it to medical students, but I want to just bring this out so that it's easier for people to understand. कि जब हम किसी को ट्रेन करते हैं कि you do first aid या you do something, we always train the youngsters कि wear your gloves, wear your mask, अपने आप को infection से बचाना है, उसके बाद patient की इलाज करनी है, you know. So similarly, I want to reach out to the young psychologists that you have to look after your own, you know, wear your own seat belt first.
Yeah.
So that is something important that I want to tell them.
Lovely. And with this, you must check out the blog on our website on the same topic. And that brings me to my not so favorite part.
The conclusion.
But that's okay. We'll be back next week with the another episode of
Psychologically Yours
with Priyanka Kar. Till then, if you have to say us something, you have queries, you want some topic on which ma'am should be talking about, or maybe also just mentioning the name of your crush in the comments below. Just joking.
Yes.
Anything, let us know. We love to read your comments.
Yeah.
And till then, bye. See ya. Bye.
Bye.